Welcome back to the channel, day 2 of our Switch 2 island. Let's see what Sandman gets up to today. Tom Nook's announcements. Testing, test. Hello, Not so loud, Tom Nook. Why are you shouting at us? Alright, he's doing his island-wide broadcast. He's gonna go over some stuff. The airport is open. So I think we're going to be able to get our first free Nook Mile ticket today, if I remember right. Or do we have to wait another day for the airport to be open? Like after the airport is open one full day, is that when we get it? When we get the Nook Stop thing? Blathers is here, so we're going to be able to donate some more bugs to get the museum open. We've given 5 to Tom Nook already. So we're just getting our day started here. Let's check our mail. Gift from Mom. Nook shopping. We did some Nook shop. Oh, our pockets are too full. Darn it. Okay. So we'll go ahead and let's talk to our villagers, because I think we get points for that. Talking to all of our villagers every day, even though we don't want to talk to some of them. Let's go in the tent here and see what's going on. Tom Nook is deep in conversation with Timmy. I think Timmy is the one that's standing. They're like a full minute into their conversation before they even notice I'm standing there. Say hello. So we did upgrade our house. So he's going to give us our our second bill. The first bill we paid with Nook Miles. So this loan is going to be money. Look how happy he is to give us a loan. ABD. Nook Miles ticket. Okay, yeah. We do get our Nook Miles ticket today. Nook Miles ticket? It's a special travel voucher. Yay! Okay, we're going to be able to do some villager hunting. We are going to be having our friends from our other islands come and give us a little island warming presents. Some duplicate DIYs that they have, some bells, since they all have like 20 million each. They're going to give us some Nook Mile tickets so we can do some good dreamy hunting. We've got specific villagers in mind. Dig up clams. So we've got some new categories here to look for. Let's go talk to Blathers if we dare. Even though he does blather on. Introduce ourselves. Pleasure to meet you. Alright, here he goes. Jeez. 10 hours later. And he's still talking. So we need 15 more creatures before we can get the museum plot. Let's clear off some of these dots in here. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we've given to Tom Nook. So now we need 15 more between bugs, fish, sea creatures, and fossils. So this is our gift from Mom. So let's go ahead and try and see if we can get rid of some of the stuff in our pockets here. Because we are going to be able to sell some of the stuff too. Please click that like and subscribe and the notification bell. Helps us keep bringing you these videos. Alright, our nice brand new house with the stuff in the center. Turning lights on or off, decorating, opening storage, moving stuff. Okay, so now that we have storage, we can put stuff in it. The wood, actually we might need to craft some stuff, so I'm going to keep the wood out. We can put this away, put the medicine away, because we did make the medicine even though we didn't use it when we got stung by the wasp yesterday. Put that in storage. And then the bugs I'm going to leave out because we're going to be able to sell those bugs that we have not yet donated. Or that we have donated already. So we've got some space in our pockets now. Let's get the rest of our mail. Some of the stuff that we ordered from Nook Shopping yesterday. Nook Mileage Program. Nook Mileage. And Happy Home. A housewarming gift. What is the housewarming gift? Let's see what we got. Fizzy apple juice. Zodiac horse. Because it's the year of the horse. The wetsuit so we can do some diving for some sea creatures. Oh, wooden mini table. Okay, this is going to be handy to put some stuff on. So we can go over here. Let's talk to Blathers. So we just donated one thing, so now we just need 14 more items. So now we know that the stuff in our pockets can all be sold. So let's go in here. Hello! Hello there, Sandman. Oh, that's right, they want to open a shop. And if I remember right, they need a whole bunch of all the different kinds of wood and a whole bunch of iron nuggets. It's been a while since I started a brand new island. I think it's 30? It might be more. 30, yeah. 30 of each kind of wood and 30 iron nuggets. So we're going to have to, let's go ahead and sell some of the stuff so we can get some space in our pockets. Sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that. Look at all the fine things, all the bugs and weeds. You know, I could have sworn that the drone beetles were worth more than they are. I think they're only worth like 200 or something like that. But for some reason I had in my mind that they were worth a little bit more. Let's see what Nook Shopping has today. Oh, we're going to need a record player. Maracas. That'll be fun. Shades. We want a tee. Shorts. Stale cupcakes we don't really care for. Let's go ahead and get some shorts. Some rain boots. Bonjour t-shirt. And then the record player. That's going to take us down to 580. But since we do have... Now we don't have money for anything else. Since we do have our wetsuit now, we're going to be able to rack up the money really fast because diving is very, very fruitful when it comes to getting bells. You can just get a pocket full of critters sell, and you're getting like 10,000, 12,000 bells every pocketful, sometimes even more, depending on the kinds of sea creatures you catch. Getting rid of some of our mile points here. Now we're racking up some points. Alright. So let's get our message in a bottle. See what we got here. Roscoe! Wooden table mirror. Oh, perfect. Good, because we're going to need to change up some stuff. Once we get all the cool hairstyles. Oh, Gulliver! So we're going to be able to help out our beached seagull. There's our money tree. Oh! What's up? Yes, we are getting stuff together to build a shop. Oh, yes! Iron nuggets! Yes. Okay. Team Mallworld. Go, Hawkeye. You know, we might keep him. Because I like his catchphrase, Hawkeye. But I think this is one of the ones back in 2020. When I first got into Animal Crossing, I got into Animal Crossing through a couple other channels that were streaming it. And he had Hawkeye. I can't remember whether that was a starter or just another villager that he had. But the way he said Hawkeye, I always, like, whenever I say that or see that, I always hear his voice saying it. Alright, so we got some stuff moved to the corners. There's a certain kind of feng shui that you have to do in your house to get more points by the Happy Home Academy. Green has to be on the south side, like towards your door, if I remember right. And red has to be on the right side. And I think yellow. So you got green, red, and yellow that you have to place in certain areas of your house to be able to get more points in your Happy Home Academy Sunday visits. So we did go ahead and get ourselves a whole bunch of twigs just so we can grab them really easily without having to worry about wasps and stuff. But we are going to have to shake all our trees and do all of our dailies and all that kind of stuff because we need to chop lots of wood for the shop. Let's go in here and craft. We're gonna craft a shovel. Keep crafting. We're gonna need to craft a vaulting pole. So let's go ahead and do that. Woohoo! I love how they clap for you. Alright, cool. So now we can get across to the other side of the island, even though now we've got our diving suit as well. I want to put these in order of the way I like them. Gonna move this down here. This down here. This over here. Okay. We need to get the tool wheel too because I keep hitting my up button on my left hand side to use the tool wheel and we don't have it, so I'm always like, ah shoot, that's right. We need to get more Nook points for that. We can put the fizzy juice in our storage. And then let's see what we can get done here. Yeah, just running around doing some dailies, so we didn't need to... Oh, a scorpion! Scorpion! Alright, we got this. Play a red light, green light. Red light. Green light, 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 red light. I think we're almost there. We just gotta turn and then step a couple steps closer. Just a little bit. Go! Boom! Yes! Our first scorpion. Woohoo! Alright. So we'll just get some more dailies done around here. We can donate this before we accidentally sell it. Make a donation. This big old bad boy right here. which he's gonna freak out about. Eek! What a wretched thing. It's so funny that he's afraid of bugs because owls actually eat bugs. And mice and like small critters and stuff like that too. Alright. We've got lots of weeds on our island. We do need to hit rocks as well. Welcome! Alright, we need to sell seashells. Look at all the fine things. Hey, that's not bad for some seashells. That's pretty good. That's more than we made from the bugs that we sold in our first pocketful. What is for sale? Oil barrel, we're gonna need that. And a gas can too. We'll go ahead and get that as well. We can decorate with those. Anything else? Yes. DIY for beginners. Did we have that already? Flimsy axe, flimsy watering can, slingshot. I think we have all of this. I'm double thinking myself on the DIY for beginners. Let's go ahead and get the plastic canister. Yes, thank you. Anything else? Nope. Alright. Cool, cool. Let's go plunk these down. Because we are going to need to get to 3 stars like as quickly as possible before the 3.0 update comes out. So we got some Nook points for that. For getting our... or Nook miles rather, for getting those seashells sold. Selling seashells. Oh, it doesn't give us the little museum indicator yet because the museum's not built yet. We do need to do some group stretching. So let's go ahead and do that. I think we'll get some points for that as well. And we'll just do by buttons. Look at how cute the boys are. I never see the boys doing stretches. They're always in their shop. It's so fun to just watch the stretching. It's funny, as I'm recording this voiceover, I have the actual game sound muted, but I know the tunes and what's happening at each time. I mean, I can hear the tune in my mind as this is going. It's very easily memorizable, very earwormy. Pierce is a little bit behind the 8 ball. They're so cute. I love this stretching animation. It's just so cute. It's cute to watch them all doing their little stretches. Alright. Got some Nook points for that. Nook miles. I keep calling them Nook points because I'm used to permit points on Dinkum instead of Nook miles on Animal Crossing. So I keep calling them Nook Points here. Watch, the next time I play Dink, I'm gonna call them Permit Miles. Do we want to get a photo? Not here, I think. We will have to get a photo by the museum to capture a memory while it's still in its tent form. Yay! That's a nice picture too. That's pretty cute with the yellow glow from the tent. Alright, so we got those Nook Miles. So grow fruit trees, sell fruit, grow flowers. I wish we hadn't planted the flowers before we got that Nook Mile task to grow some flowers today. Please like and comment. Comment below what your favorite part of Animal Crossing is. Let's go ahead and wake up Gulliver. Our beached seagull. It takes so long to wake him up. And then he blathers on a lot too. All the birds talk a lot. Blathers and Celeste and Gulliver and Gullivar just yammer on and on and on and on. So comment below your thoughts on Gulliver and Gullivar, whether they really have been ditched by their crew or whether it's just all in their imaginations. There's some theories around there that are floating around out there that they're just like lonely and not really been shipwrecked by their crew, or that their crew actually purposely threw them overboard and doesn't want to come and get them. They're like, oh. Alright, so we've got our shovel, so we do need to find some communicator parts. So we gotta look for the little air bubbles in the sand. But first, let's put this in storage. I'm going to put that in storage. We are going to want our wetsuit later on. I think we will need these, so let's move these over. Okay. Just organizing our pockets, getting ready. Let's get our, shoot, I don't have a tool wheel. Okay. Let's get my shovel and start looking for air holes in the sand. And just gotta, hello, goodbye. Gosh, where are they all? We just like hover around here for a little bit. Oh, there's one. Cool. Yay! I found a communicator part. 4 more to go. Okay. So if we walk on the grass, that way we can see the sand easier. Because if we're walking on the sand, our footprints show up, and those could easily be mistaken for the air holes or the spouts or spurts or whatever you want to call them in the sand from the communicator parts and the clams and stuff. We could also be digging up manila clams as we're digging too. Oh, there's another one. Yay, it's a communicator part. Bury that back in. There's our money tree that we can grow. Here's another spurt in the sand. Here's another communicator part. And oh, there's another one back there. Oh. I want to get it over here though. Oh, here's one. There we go. Communicator parts. Dig that back in. Then go over here. I wonder if we need to cross over. Clam! Manila clam! This manila clam could be used as fishing bait. Yay! Okay, so that gives us our fishing bait recipe. So we've got a recipe from that. Let's see. Any more spurts? Any more spurts? We're going to need to do a whole bunch of fishing too. We haven't even tried to catch any fish yet. Because bugs are easier. Bugs are just easier to catch because you don't have to wait for them to bite in the specific kind of kerplunk. Here's the one that we left earlier. Oops. Dig that up. Clam! Manila is my favorite flavor of clam. I love clam chowder. Alright, we are going to need to cross over. Look for some more spurts here. Get our shovel back out. Here's another one. Clam! Alright, dig that back in. Here's, oops, wrong place. There we go. Clam! Okay. Yeah, I dread fishing in this game because it's like they could bite up to 5 times, and so trying to listen for the nibble versus the kerplunk, because once it's the kerplunk you can actually pull them in with your fishing rod, but sometimes they bite on the first bite and sometimes they nibble all 5 times before finally kerplunk. So it's like, it's kind of stressful actually to fish in this game because you have to like really concentrate. Whereas catching bugs, you just have to like sneak up and not scare them away, which is easier than the fishing. And it's also better when Flick comes to visit because he doesn't require you to catch a certain number of bugs before you can start selling them. It's always better to sell the bugs to Flick because he buys them for 1.5 times what they're worth, and CJ buys the fish for 1.5 times what they're worth. But you can start straight selling to Flick when he's here with the bugs. But with CJ, you have to catch a certain number of fish before he'll even consider buying anything from you. So he makes you fish before he'll buy any of your fish. So even if you had like a pocket full of fish that you want to sell, you have to catch his little sea sports challenge first. Sometimes it's 3 fish of a certain size, sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's a free-for-all. So it all depends on the day and what kind of thing he wants you to catch, what he wants you to focus on. But then once you pass that little test without missing any, because if you miss anything, it starts all over. So if he wants you to catch like 3 small fish and you catch 1 small fish and then you catch like a medium fish, it resets it back to the beginning, like you've not now caught no fish for his challenge. So you have to catch 3 small fish in a row without missing any, because if you miss one, it also resets to 0. So it's kind of kind of a drag because it is easy to miss. Like if they bite on the first bite and you're expecting them to bite like on the third bite or something like that, and you're not ready and you miss it, then it's kind of... Clam! Alright, so we've got... Any more spurts? There's another spurt. Clam! Alright, let's dig that in. Walk on the grass so that we can see the spurts in the sand. Oh, there's another one. Clam! Catching a lot of clams. Oh my god. I've had 5! I already had 5 communicator parts. What am I doing? Here I am thinking I'm still looking for communicator parts and I already had them. Okay. That's why we're getting so many clams, because we already had the communicator parts. Okay. Give these to Gulliver. Yay! And go through his little spiel. Blah 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 blah. He's supposedly sending his crew a message to come get him. I have my doubts. I do love seagulls though, so... But I can't decide whether I like Gulliver better or Gullivar, the pirate one, better. I like the international and world stuff that we get from Gulliver, but I like the challenge of Gullivar better, because with Gulliver you have to search for 5 things, whereas Gullivar you just have to go swimming and diving to find his phone. So you just need to find 1 thing as opposed to 5. So it's a little bit easier. Let's take off this hat because that's not really Sandman style. Take off the loafers. Take off the socks because it is springtime. Actually, summertime. It's summertime in Southern Hemisphere. Let's pick these up too and put all of this into storage. Our storage is going to fill up pretty quickly at the rate we're going. We can put this in storage. We can put these in storage. This in storage. This in storage. This in storage. This in storage. And this in storage. Okay. Sweet. We can probably go ahead and put these in storage too, because we're not going to craft anything just yet. And these as well, because we're not going to craft good tools. Well, we can't get the good tools yet anyway until we get the Nook Miles redemption service thing, which I think comes in a future day, maybe on like day 3, if I remember. Maybe it comes in day 2. I don't know. It's been so long since I've started a new island, so it's tough to remember the sequence of when things happen. We are going to need to do our money tree. Let's talk to the dodo, though, just so we can go ahead and get that spiel out of the way. We don't want to use our Nook Mile ticket just yet, though. Hey, hey, hey! Want to visit another island, blah blah blah, nail service, card stand. By the way, we've got a ticket for you. Mr. Sandman. I'm all good right now. We're not going to use it just yet. We'll use it when we're ready to hunt for our plot 3. So before we go hunting for our plot 3, we're going to have all of our friends over to give us some swag. Let's go ahead and speed through some dailies right here. Just some island cleanup, shaking trees for wasps, getting some wood, picking up some of the weeds, Getting some bells from our trees. Alright, got some wasps. We're not going to let them sting us this time. Oh, there goes our net. We need to craft a new net. But we can sell some of this stuff in our pockets. Just to free that up. Tiger beetle. We can go ahead and sell all this stuff. Because wasps are so common. Like we get 5 every single day. And we get wasp nests 5 every single day. So we can sell them at this point. We don't need to keep them in our storage when we have such little storage. Alright. So we've got... We're going to need to craft our own workbench so we don't have to keep going into Tom Nook's tent. But we need resources. Excuse me. So let's get out stuff to build a workbench. Going to need that, that. I think that's all we needed. Let's go back here. So once we have our own workbench, it'll be a lot easier to craft stuff. We don't have any loading screens or anything like that for going in and out of buildings. Alright. We need a net. And then we need to build the workbench. Go, 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 go! Craft, Sandman, craft! Alright. Please click that like and subscribe and the notification bell if you're having fun watching this new Switch 2 island. We're really looking forward to the 3.0 update coming out on the 15th. I think we're going to do a live stream. We've only done a couple live streams on this channel, but I think that event would be worth having a live stream for. Let's push this over so it fits in that little pocket in here. Perfect! This lines up nicely. This is very nice. Alright. Let's put the net back where it's supposed to go. Put this in storage. We do need to keep the stone, I just realized, in my pocket so that we can continue to build flimsy axes. So let's move the net back to where we like it, next to the axe. Let's hold that, but then hold our shovel, actually. Okay, so we need to start hitting some of our rocks to get some more stone and iron nuggets and clay. Oh, our money rock! Yay! We got some money! Totally forgot about that. We should plant our money tree as well. Let's pick all this up. We do need some money until our friends visit. Alright, many dailies later, let's go in and donate some stuff to Mr. Blathers, the owl. And I think at this point we still have to do one at a time. He doesn't let us bulk donate, so we need to assess these fossils. We'll do this at like 10 times speed or something like that, 5 times speed. Okay, so now we still need 10, 9, 8, 8. We need 8 more things. Okay. Some more searching later. Ooh, we got another scorpion. Let's get this bad boy. Alright. Red light. Green light. It doesn't stay green light for very long. Like, they put their claws up so fast. It's so tedious to catch these things. But they're worth a lot of money, so... At least to, selling them to Flick. Because they're normally worth $8,000. So when you sell them to Flick, you get $12,000 per bug instead of just $8,000. Alright, let's donate this. Get this last fossil here. Alright, so now we just need 7 things. Let's actually use our wetsuit and just knock out 7 sea creatures really fast, because this is just really super fast and easy to do. And I know we haven't caught any sea creatures yet, so I know that every single one we catch is going to be donatable. Except for the duplicates, of course, but... Alright, there's 1 acorn barnacle. Just look for the bubbles in the water. It's so peaceful and calming just listening to the swimming as well. And the sounds of the water, the sploosh and the ripples. Sea star! Never been so happy to see a sea star. When I first started playing this game back in 2020, it was like actually July of 2020 that I first started playing Animal Crossing. And all we just caught tons of sea stars and ooh, firefly or squid. Yeah, tons of sea stars and what me and my friend call the Rasta strawberries, which is the sea anemone. Like, just that's almost all we would get, like time after time after time, because we hadn't yet mastered the art of passing bubbles over. Like, if you think you know what it is, you just don't dive for it. Seaweed. It's like I've learned now that the bubbles, if they're not moving, and when you dive down, not close enough to be able to catch it, but just to look at the size of the shadow, a certain size, and if it's not moving, you know it's a seaweed, and you can just pass it by. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the Rasta strawberry I was talking about, sea anemone. Oh yay, Nook miles. We can build back up our miles from the miles that we spent. That's the one thing that's kind of a drag about starting a new island, is even if you have friends that can give you a whole boatload of Nook miles tickets, you still have to regain and earn a bunch of miles, because they can't give you miles. 2, 3, 4, 5. So in order to get the stuff like the hairstyles and the pocket organizer and the tool ring and all that kind of stuff, you do actually need to earn a whole bunch of miles. So you just need to grind out a bunch of stuff like cast master and angling and DIYs and digging for things and popping balloons with the slingshot. It always makes me wonder how he could just grab a sea urchin with his bare hand like that without getting, like, punctured. But maybe I should just not apply, like, realism and logic to the video game. Alright. We're on our way to 7. And then we'll be able to donate it to Blathers. And call it a day. Sea grapes! We are going to want to keep as many sea grapes as possible. see enemy. We've got enough of these to donate. Sea grapes and the moon jellyfish we're going to be using as, we're going to get a whole bunch of them and use them as lighting on a certain point of the island, because they just look so cool, like the green glow and then the white glow of the moon jellyfish. So let's go ahead and give these to Mr. Blathers here. And we'll speed through this too, because we can only donate these one at a time, which is kind of obnoxious. No, we don't want to hear facts. No, we don't want to hear facts. No, we don't want to hear facts. Alright, almost there. Almost there. Yay! So now we've got enough for the proper museum. Sweet. No Nook Miles to unlock right now. Well, we have done well for ourselves. We've done our dailies. We helped Gulliver. We donated 15 things to Blathers so that we can get construction of the museum going. We've done our dailies. Ooh, hermit crab! Hermit crab. Oops. Don't you dare disappear. We had a Nook Miles thing for that. Yes! Right at the end, we get another Nook Mile thing. So we're going to continue with the next day. Later on. Please click that like and subscribe and check out all of our videos and playlists on our channel. Thanks for joining us. Comment below your favorite part of this game if you have one. And in the continuing adventures of Mr. Sandman on Mallworld, let's put our bike down that we got from a tree. Shaking the tree. Alright, we'll see you next time. Bye bye.